So a lot of people posted in the comments of the last video wanting to know if we ever got that hay baled that had gotten rained on 3 or 4 times, and we got rained out and stormed out with the straight line winds while we were trying to get baling. Well, you're in the right place. Here we are for haymaking disaster part 2. The craziest thing is the piles of hay out in one of our fields here in town from when those straight line winds came roaring through yesterday afternoon. That had not even been freshly tedded. It was tedded Saturday afternoon and then rained on Saturday night, and then that storm front came through yesterday and it still picked that hay up and threw it all over the place and pushed it into big piles. So that's definitely going to have to air out after we go through it with the tedder to try to spread those piles back out. Let's explore this Midwestern farming and ranching lifestyle together. This is your channel. This is Dodge Brothers Farm and Ranch. So Dad is down home raking his waterways right now, and so we ended up hiring a friend of ours to come over with his rake and rake our tedded fields into windrows. And I'm gonna run out and get Elliot and drop him back off at his baler so he can go ahead and bale this hay in town. And it sounds like I'm gonna run out to Dad's and run our neighbor's round baler. Everybody's really busy right now with county fair and everything, so I said I'd help out and run the baler for him. So I'm gonna run down there and do that. Well, Internet, all is not lost. Yesterday was Sunday and things looked pretty bleak, and today's Monday and the sun came out and the wind blew. We're baling today. So we're gonna get it all rolled up if we don't have any trouble in the next 2 or 3 minutes. It's not perfect quality, but it's certainly not garbage either. So I call it a success for as much of a bad hand as we were dealt.
I would agree. I would say sweet. Happy, happy, happy.
It's 10:30 at night. I just got done doing hog chores, and I'm just gonna hop in this tractor, hook up the bale trailer, and go to town and get all those bales picked up. It's not supposed to rain until afternoon tomorrow, but the radar does not look promising for holding the rain off, and I really want to get those bales out of this particular field and get them moved to another place because it's a really fancy area of town, and in the event that it does rain for the entire next week, I don't want those bales stuck out in the middle of the field with hay growing up around them. It doesn't look good, and it's not good for the field because it kills off the hay underneath where the bales are sitting. So I was going to do this first thing tomorrow morning and try to be back by 8:30 to do chores, but I think instead I'm going to take off now. I wasn't going to sleep very good tonight anyway, wondering if it was going to rain and make it so that we couldn't get the bales moved. So I'll sleep a lot better once it's done. Here we go. Well, it's 2:30 a.m. I just got done picking up all the bales, getting them moved and stacked where we wanted them. I stopped at the gas station quick on the way home to grab a slushie and realized that I left my wallet in the baling tractor. But here's the beauty of living in a small town. The cashier actually knew me because her daughter and me went to high school together. So she bought my slushie for me because she felt bad. I was just gonna get a glass of ice water, but that's what small towns are like. I love it. Boy, does it feel good to have all that done. I'm gonna go home and sleep like a baby for a few hours. This was another huge favor from our friend and neighbor John, letting us use this big 6140R John Deere loader tractor and his bale trailer that goes behind it to pick up our bales tonight. Normally we would be using our little 2-wheel drive Oliver loader tractor that belongs to our dad, and a gooseneck trailer behind our dually pickup, and then maybe the skid loader as well. But the driveway at this particular field was pretty wet, And I had a little trouble getting out of there with my pickup the other night when I parked in the driveway. I had to put it in four-wheel drive, and I knew we were gonna make a huge mess if we tried to pull that trailer in and out of there with the pickup. So using this tractor this way, I never had any problem. Obviously, just pulling 6 bales out at a time with a 140 horse tractor, I never even made a track. So thank you, John. Thanks a million. You know, even though it got a few rains on it and things were not ideal, I'm pretty impressed with the quality of this hay. When you pull some out of a bale, it looks and smells pretty good. Well, it's just about to rain big time. I'm cruising through the pasture right now with my car. Ooh, almost got stuck there. Going back to check on the electric fence and trying to get up close to the cows to check on them too, because I haven't seen them up close in a while. They haven't seen me up close in a while either. By the way, this is why I'm driving a $1,000 car with 220,000 miles on it, because I do stupid stuff like this. What's the point in having anything nicer? Well, we got all that hay baled up on Monday late and got it all picked up even later. And we had so much fun making all that hay that we decided, it's Friday night right now, we decided to go ahead and mow the rest of it in town. We got about 24 acres left to mow here in town. I'm gonna mow some more hay down. We'll see what happens. Well, that went really well. I've got all the hay down in town now. So I've got the mower hooked onto my pickup and I'm taking it back out to the farm where I work so I can mow my hay next week. Hopefully I can get out there or at least onto gravels before dark. I think I can.
So the hay's pretty dry, but we decided to go ahead and ted it on Sunday afternoon because some of the ground was fairly wet when we mowed the hay, and some of that hay is stuck down, and underneath the windrow it's pretty green yet. So we wanted to make sure it was going to be all uniform and ready to bale by Monday because it's supposed to rain a little bit Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday night.
Well, guys, I don't know how that could have gone any better. We got all that hay baled up yesterday, got it all loaded up and stacked up, and got a load delivered to a customer at the end of the night, and it's really nice quality hay. It's a little more mature than we would like, obviously, because it's the middle of July when we're getting around to doing it, because of the way the weather in the spring and the summer has been. But we got it baled right. It's nice and green in the bale, and it's going to be really good feed. It feels good to have something go so well. Thank you guys for riding along with us. Thank you for watching that haymaking disaster video that I put out last week. I think the last I looked, 83,000 people had watched that video in a week. Unbelievable. Thanks a lot. Hope you're enjoying it, and we'll see you next time.